sports. It's in the game.
You had 4 seconds to signs on that last lap. Suggest at least 5 seconds to wait for the lap. Okay, cars behind are Sainz, Hamilton and Leclerc.
And brake bands -1, suggestion.
Overtake available, overtake available. Yeah, win the same, confirm.
Your gap ahead is 30 to Vettel. And straight out, straight out. And brake bands -1, suggestion. Box and confirm. Okay,
Box and confirm. Box and confirm, please. Oh, I'm zoomed out a lot. Box and confirm, please, gentlemen. Box and confirm.
And we need to manage front tires at 9
And 14. Turn 9 and 14. Fucking Vroom indeed. Fucking Vroom indeed.
Can I go mode 7 on mode 7?
Oh. Let's change that. Where are we? Canada today, isn't it? Is it Canada? I think it's Canada. Fucking Canada, mate. Don't you fucking copyright me, you can. Sam, thank you very much indeed, mate, for the 10th month and your continued support on Patreon. And that was genuinely choked me up a little bit when you sent me that message, Sam, yesterday. So you're a stellar human being, mate. Unfortunately, I'm actually kind of gutted that we can't follow through with the idea, unfortunately. But I presume it was just closed after messages were sent. You got a question for me about the spreadsheet? Go for it, AD. Hit me up. What we saying? Oh, Dunder, don't even. Don't even. Just don't even. That, I think for VODs it's fixed ads, but for streams I still get hit with it. Some others still get hit with it from certain areas. It's not even FOM, it's like someone called Brian Tyler, who I presume is the... what's the word? You know what I mean? The conductor of the bum bum bum. I don't even know. Yeah, I hadn't even put 2 and 2 together, Sam. To be honest, with the whole, I would have loved to have kept a subscription streak going for him. Yeah, I hadn't thought of the idea, but when you mentioned gifting your monthly to Glenn's account, I thought it was a very good idea. Unfortunately, it's not an account anymore. They closed it. When you go into season 2, do you enter the... No. The only budget you enter manually is the season 1 one. at the top of the spend. You enter your starting balance here, and it will automatically give you a transfer budget based on your percentage here. And then every season, what it does is it takes your closing balance as you switch from takes your current active balance, whether that's midway through the season or wherever. It's just your current active balance, and then obviously you switch whenever you switch. But it takes your current active balance and gives you, then your transfer budget for that season. It should automatically update. Thank you, Joel and Cavanator, for the follows whilst we're offline. Appreciate it. Morning, Scott. Good, thank you, mate. How are you, dude? Wage budget didn't change. Your wage budget will change depending on where you finished with this drop down. So you have a toggle here. If you finish in the bottom half, it doesn't move, doesn't change. Relegation zone is -15, top half 10%, playoff spots 15, and automatic promotion is 25. And it depends on the drop down. So we finished top half last year, so my drop down is there, meaning I got a 10% wage budget increase. If you finished in the bottom half, you wouldn't have had a change in your wage budget at all. You did that in season 1, but does the wage budget stay the same for season 2? The wage budget will change depending on where you finish in the league. You only enter manually your wage budget for season 1. You only manually enter that one, and then from there on out, it's all automatically done. To carry it to the next season tab, you literally it just automatically updates, and then by putting 1 in here and then switching to 2 in here, it automatically knows to continue on. Like it adjusts on the fly. Obviously, because of the toggles, it then knows to go up each percentage each season. Something's broken for you, is it? Sag. Morning, McClare. How are we, lad? You going bowling this afternoon? Nice. Love a bit of 10-pin bowling. Right, plan for the day. Jesus, we'll actually fucking start streaming, won't we? Content, Jez. Content, that's what you're here for. Plan for the day is F1, and then we will prepare for the first episode of Season 3 of the RTG. But I'm expecting at some point a call from Mr. My car's back in the garage today. So I'm expecting a call from Mercedes at some point to let me know that it's available to go and collect. And or how much it's going to fucking cost me to fix. So, we won't be live till 6 because they close at 6 and I've got to fucking drive there and get the car. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you, dude? I might do that already. So, oh, enjoy your meal. Thanks, you too. Oh, no, wait, you're the fucking waiter. Did I send that up there? I'll do it again anyway. So, we're in Canada. We're not far off Charlie boy at the top of the table now. Oh, that's fucking exciting, isn't it? These don't matter anymore. The only one that actually matters is the final one. And I'm already number 3 and they're not here this weekend, so it doesn't matter. And I can't upgrade the car anymore anyway. Till I'm 60%. Which I'm never going to get. So our car is not ever going to get any better. The best way to... I get why they implemented the system, but if you go to a top team with a good teammate, you're just always fucked. You're never going to be able to maximise the car. You have to be at a smaller team and be the number 1 driver to be able to stand the chance of actually maximising the growth of the car. Sucks to be Red Bull right now. Right. Ready? Go. Welcome to the Canadian Grand Prix weekend in Montreal. Underneath me, it looks like it does for practice 2. So, there's some inclement weather on the way. That inclement weather is rain at the beginning of the race, but hopefully it dries up earlier than is indicated there. Otherwise, sadness shall be had all around the board. And unfortunately, we probably won't be able to make it 4 wins in a row. Yes, we've won 3 races in a row. We're on fire right now. China, Miami and Imola. We did have to get a little bit lucky in a couple of those races, but don't care. It's going to come against us as much as it comes for us. So for the time being, we are 14 points off Charlie at the top of the table. But we are very much in this title fight at present. Canada's... Actually, how do we... I don't even know how we tend to do in Canada. Canada last year, we got a P5, and the year before a P10, and 14th. As ever, it's going to be a bit of setup tweaking, but we can get a bit more out of this. Let's see if we can have a 4th podium in a row. 4th win in the row will be unreal, but 4th podium in the row is probably doable. See what we can do. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, check the Journeyman save if you missed any of that so far. Very much enjoying that save, and of course the RTG on the main channel. But for now, I'm going to go to practice, earn resource points that I will never be able to spend, and then we'll go to qualifying. What was wrong with it, AD? Did you manually put something where you weren't supposed to manually put something?
Hello, welcome to Montreal.
Hello.
Welcome to Canada. It's free practice time and the opportunity to get your eye in and keep your car out of the Wall of Champions.
What specific settings are you curious about, Paddock? Oh, Canada.
We're going to be logging some...
He's asleep right now, Jamie. Must have deleted, evaluate, copied it, original, and adjusted. Nice.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there.
In what way, AD?
We're approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point.
$114-mile-an-hour wind. It's definitely not that windy here. Like 40s and 50s at most, I think. Nice. You played a game more and was topped by a point. 3 points separate the top 4. You kept losing, so did they. The last game of the season, you had 22 possession and won 1-0, and they lost, and you got the title. Nice, GG's. 22% possession. Fucking Nora. $114-mile-an-hour in Ireland.
Okay, we need a few solid...
In Leicester, you and the missus are attempting to nail down the fabric greenhouses. It's attempting to do a Mary Poppins.
Flaps
Yeah.
here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
Oh, let's Let's go fly a fabric greenhouse. Lock up from Gasly. V-carb. Morning, Daniel. Got bad memories, or bad prediction memories here. Well, I hope so, Jordan. That's what we're aiming for. I'm just going to start this practice program again because I've been all over the fucking place and not concentrating properly. Give you an F1 circuit? I can't afford one, mate. They're quite expensive, you know.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please.
Yeah, where's my... I did try and turn the skybox on.
We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
Oh, fucking TNT2 on. Fucking women's rugby, no thanks. Car feels fucking horrendous, by the way. 10th here last year, wasn't I? There's just never any fucking gripper on this cunt circuit, is there? Yeah, decent, thank you, Millie, mate. How are you, dude? Thank you, Mr. Granu. Yeah, we'll be looking to start F1 25 with my team now. Yeah, we're not far away from F1 25 now. I don't know why I'm driving so badly. I know we haven't played for a few days, but Christ. I think we all expect my team to be updated for 25. We'll wait and see, like, but that's what everyone's expecting. Thank you for the follow, Crystal. Welcome to the channel, mate. Late on the brakes there. A little bit of extra wear through the tyres, but it's fine.
Okay, test
I think tyre wear's probably going to be a little bit high for me here.
Good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well
Morning, Setter. Oh. Really? Not sure about that one, Chief. Oh, same ads, but
Because temperature's so important for your tyres, cool down laps are now vital after a push lap so that we don't light up the rubber too much, not to mention recharging the battery. We need to be sure we can manage the tyres through a lap, so try to keep the wear down through each corner. Be especially careful accelerating on corner exit.
got to stay off that curb. It just pulls you in. Yours was the same, was it, doesn't? As you said, you just talked about staying off that curb and then just went and hit that curb again. Like an absolute fucking idiot. Such a bad lap. Oh, you lead the championship, do you? Nice. No grip at certain parts of the circuit. It's absurd. Setup definitely needs changing.
Program complete and a job well done. We got
Hey,
some
Sam.
excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Yeah, that didn't even feel great at all. Right, I'm gonna go and do a lap on this setup, and then we'll change the setup and see what lap we could do. That's weird. You sure it wasn't just a sub anniversary this week, Sam? It wasn't actually a resubbing. It was just the anniversary of your first sub. Potentially. Because you do get to advertise two separate things. Hola, Francisco. ¿Cómo estás?
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Basically a 19 flat. Basically. Right, let's see what the updated setup looks like. Bear with. Pardon? Thank you for the yay. I'll see what that is in a minute. Bear with. Brackers. So it's slightly different. Let me get my thing up. It was Sam resubscribing with his Prime Gaming for 22 months. And Ali for the 22nd month as well. That's weird. 3 months in a row for Ali. Thank you, mate. Sam's got his badge back. Yeah, I'm on controller, Teachy. Si, senor. Control. Oh, nearly spilt iron brew everywhere. Too many plastic bottles in that. Little bit. 1, 2, 3. Fucking love it, mate. I'm who's the one. Exclamation mark plan. As Daniel's just put in chat above you. We probably won't be recording any FC today, but we certainly will be planning the new season. And have a look and seeing who's on transfer lists and free agents lists, etc. This is only on medium as well. We've not done a hot lap thus far. This setup feels so much better though. So much better. Something was definitely off with the old one. I don't know what. Inca Cola? I've never had Inca Cola before. Right, let's do another one with the battery and hot lap. Well, this effectively is just going to be a straight up quali run, so let's just see what we can do here. Oh yeah, any sort of cherry flavoured soda is top. Top pop. Pepsi Max cherry Coke, all top drawer. Oh, Inca Cola's Mexican, is it? Oh mate, Panda Pops. Panda Pops was just what you got at the school cafeteria. There's nothing in those but sugar and food colouring. Oh, caught the grass there. I do love apple flavoured stuff as well, but it disagrees with my system. With the ME, I can't have too much citrus stuff, too much acidic stuff, because my stomach just doesn't deal with it well. Honestly, I used to drink apple juice by the carton. Just like proper apple juice by the carton. Just... Can't do it anymore. I mean, I can still do it, but I'll be shitting for about a week. Non-stop. Alright, that's a 107.7. Lewis on hard tyres though, he's in fucking second. Underbody damage. Yeah, that's gonna suck as well. I don't think we're gonna be very quick here. Apple pork pies.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over.
Okay, goodbye. Bum bum bada bum 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 bum. Just the one, isn't it? I might put fresh parts in. Oh, all right. I might put completely fresh parts in for this Grand Prix because it's such a power track. I'd be tempted. Well, resource points acquired, but just because we can't spend any of the resource points we earn in practice at this moment in time doesn't mean it's not worth going to practice, because setup tweaks can make or break an entire Grand Prix weekend regardless of how good or bad your car currently is. And the car felt pretty rough, pretty ropey with the original setup we were using. We tweaked it and we found tenths of a second with the setup tweaks. So in the dry, we could be pretty competitive. In the intermediate conditions, it's probably going to be a little less obvious as to whether we are or are not actually any good. I'm going to put fresh power components into the car for this weekend because I very much would like to be at the best, at our best in a straight line, really. So gearbox, turbo and ICE are all going to be completely fresh for this round of the championship. To qualifying we go. Kind of the go-to default at the minute, because of the way the R&D situation is, anywhere in the top 5 is a good qualifying session.
Who's going to come?
We will just double check that the weather's going to be okay. And it's going to be fine. Good. Just double checking. Don't want to take any risks, like. Lewis, Leclerc, Sainz and Gasly in the Aston Martin out in Q1. Wow. Can't even remember what I did in that last session. It's 1 minute 7 something. 1 minute 7.8, 1 minute 7.9. Morning, Josh. How are you, lad? Oh, yeah. It's not good. There's not going to be much at all in this. You're going to have to be on it, otherwise you're out.
Standing by.
Standing by. I'm really sorry to hear of the passing of your mum, Evan. I'm sure everybody here on the channel, on both sides of it, both YouTube and Twitch, send their condolences. Glad that the content has been able to offer you a bit of a distraction, mate. Thoughts are with you and your family, dude. Excuse me, Alex. Just drove straight up my arse. Go on, Oscar, you go too. Come on.
We've dropped to P20.
Bring. Oh, Evan, thank you for subscribing to the streaming channel, mate. I presume you're the same Evan Plays I see in the comment section of YouTube's on both channels quite regularly. We've had you on the board behind me a few times, haven't we? Definitely recognise the username. Very windy in North East Scotland, not surprised. Right, so we're good. Entry onto the start-finish straight for our first lap in qualifying then. A bit of wheel spin. Oh, hello. It is, I presume so. Quite the unique username. Thank you for the long-term support as well, Ev. I've been seeing you comment on the content for a long time.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
This isn't a great lap, you know, at all. Quickest run to the line, we're probably going to need it. That wasn't a great lap. Holy moly! By the skin of my tiny little teeth. 15th. We are through to Q2, but only just. 1 minute 7.9. And a very late 1 minute 7.9 as well. By 6 milliseconds, I knocked Daniel Ricciardo out of quali. Ooh, that was too close for comfort. We know we can go a couple of tenths quicker. I definitely don't have a 1 minute 7.3 in me, so that top 5 might be a bit difficult, but top 10 is doable, especially if I maximise my battery usage properly throughout the lap and don't drive like an absolute tit like I did in that session. I might go out and do a bank lap, actually, just to continue to try and get my eye in a bit. Traction zones in Bahrain, especially turn 1 and 2, are awful. Well, exit 1. Entry 2. Yeah, here comes the P11 Q2 exit, you're not wrong. Blowing a gale here in Stoke. So it might just be... Oh, you're up top, are you? Oh, it's cute. It's always adorable when the cats come and sleep in the bed with you, isn't it? Rolo always used to. She used to either sleep at the foot of the bed or like on our pillows. Then Jude came along, and now she hates everything. very jealous specimen at the minute.
And that's P13, P13.
Yeah, you're right, Millie. Rolo, that's exactly the reason. She was the be-all and end-all and focus of every moment of spare attention in this household. We still give her so much love, but she just doesn't take it like she used to. Ipswich is the plan for post-RTG, Evan. If there's enough time between launch or between end of that save and launch of new game. Maybe a live start points Ipswich save, perhaps, if it's not a broken game mode still. Right, come on then, out we go. I'm going to need to be well into the 7s here, aren't I?
Checks complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
Oh, I really enjoyed the Mallorca save, actually, yeah. Like in the evenings when Jude goes to bed, Rolo's downstairs and she's cute and cuddly and doesn't attack us. But during the day, she will purposefully go and look for Nat to scratch and bite. It's like a dominance thing. She's trying to assert dominance in the household because she no longer feels like she's top dog. I'm gonna try some of the pheromone plugins you can get to try and just chill her out a bit, and if they don't work, we're gonna get some veterinary advice.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
Wide and horrible and awful and in the wall. Fuck my life. It's the exact same thing again. It's going to be a better lap time than Q1 for sure. It's a 107.4. Alright. That was significantly better. Second. Okay. There was still a little mistake around the hairpin there. So there might be another 10th in it. But I presume Charles is going to find another half second somewhere. But, alright. I'll take it. I didn't check actually to see who went out in Q1. But both McLarens are through there. Both Mercedes. Lance is out in the Aston Martin. That's a surprise actually, because Lance Stroll's been pretty strong recently. Max is through. Obviously, both Ferrari are through as well. One of the Hasses. No real major shocks there, I don't think. Everybody you would expect to be through is through, apart from Stroll. But Stroll out in Q2 isn't necessarily a major shock, is it? I'm going to need to replicate that lap to be anywhere close to the top 5, though, I think, in Q3. It's not even that, ads. Like, Jude will be on the playmat in the extension. Nat will be in the kitchen in, like, around, so it's like an L shape. So Jude will be here on the mat. Nat will be here in the kitchen around the L, like just making some toast or whatever. And Rolo will come from the living room to Nat in the kitchen just to come and scratch at her legs. It's pretty brutal. If I had to pick 2 F1 drivers to start a team with, which 2 drivers would I pick out of the current F1 roster? I'm trying to think of your financial future in F1 Manager. So I don't want to say 2 very expensive drivers. I'd say Pierre Gasly as a maybe slightly cheaper option. And Sainz. Why not? Gasly and Sainz. Jesus, Gasly's just been a 1:75. The fuck has he pulled that from? In this fucking V-cab. Morning, Cat. 107.1. And Jamie said pole last year he was a 106.8. Yeah, 106.849. So the fact that Fernando's just done a 107.1 is quite surprising, actually. Fox, thank you for the follow on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, pal. Right, that set us off. So we'll save 1 set of softs for the race. And we've got we'll have 2 sets of mediums and a hard.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Yeah, because at Bahrain, Tom, mediums and softs both die at the same rate. Just use softs. Don't touch the mediums at all. Because if you're going to have a 35% worn soft and a 35% worn medium, the soft is just going to be the quicker tyre, isn't it? We soft hard 1-stopped, I think, at Bahrain. Then he asked for your top 2 drivers because the 2 default drivers it gives you when you start a team with Max and Lewis. Oh, Max, yeah, Max and Lewis is very strong as a partnership. How about Piastri and Leclerc? I reckon that'd be a good partnership. Piastri and Leclerc would be very good, I think. On Twitter, Daniel. Presumably. I'll have a look after this lap, mate. New F1 team will be those two. Car colour black and gold. Can't go wrong with a black and gold car, can you really? Let's be honest. I'll just think of a name for the team. Something Sam Sparrow related. Right, come on in. This is the one that matters. No, fucked it already. No, fucked it again. This is a very poor lap. This is going to be 10th, pretty sure. It's really, really, really poor lap. Lewis with the 107 flat. It's a wall. God, I'm so bad! Oh, mate! 107.9, that was awful. Absolutely god-awful. 10th. Yeah, I deserved it. I absolutely deserved it. Worst lap of the weekend.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but
Charlin's
don't worry,
sick, though,
we'll
which
be back
helps.
tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
That was so bad. Oh, I don't even want to look at that anymore. That was so bad. Thankfully, it's raining, so it might add a little bit of a curveball. Oh, you got rain at the end, Daniel. Nice. So your race is going to be like mine, but in reverse, basically, isn't it? Gold always makes you think of Ferrero Rocher. Intriguing. It's not as wet as it could be.
The second lap. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race.
Hopefully, some penalties in there. Lewis on pole, Lando in second. I don't believe there's any penalties in there. It was Lewis was right behind us in the championship, and then we're behind Charles Leclerc. Leclerc was 6th, he's now 5th, so that says penalty for someone, because I will now be 9th. And Tsunoda is 10th. Who was it that took a penalty? Piastri, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Oscar Piastri in 13th. So Piastri takes a pen, we get a little bit of jump up to 9th. Charles Leclerc just 4 spots in front of me.
Here we go. I know what you
The
can
rain
do.
is
Don't
going
let me
to
down.
ease, hopefully halfway through. Although, look at that one in the middle. It's like... It's going to get heavier and then ease. So that's going to be really awkward. It's recommending 9 laps worth of extra fuel. Yikes. We'll go for 8.5 laps, but you're at full throttle for quite a lot of this Grand Prix, so regardless of the wet weather, so it's going to drink quite a bit of fuel. Oh, P92 question mark is the question here, because it depends how early that dry weather comes, and if we can get the switch over right and avoid a double stack like we had at Imola with the safety car on that occasion, but the weather here. We know if I can put the lap together, I've got some pace in the car. It's just a case whether I can put the laps together or not. Which is usually no. Let's give you a quick prediction, shall we, chat? Where will Ches finish? We'll aim for... We're starting 9th. We'll aim for 5th. P5 or higher, P6 or lower. Have your vote now. I'm just going to go for a quick toilet break, and then we will crack on. BRB. Yeah, rain literally is free ASMR, isn't it? Yeah, sounds decent, Daniel. Right, let's go fucking room then. Hang on. Just check this email. Oh, diving on the inside.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears. So go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
You thought it was hard to find traction in the dry. Now try it. Oh, out of curiosity, what did everyone do with the prediction? Let's have a look. Oh, okay. So significantly more people went for P5 or higher, but significantly more points on P6 or lower. Intriguing. Tracking the wet is really hard. Yeah, unfortunately, you are correct, Luke. Thankfully, we won't have any tyre temperature issues because we turn carcass temperatures off, so... How long have Haas had Toyota GR on the back of their rear wing? That looks new to me. Toyota Gazoo Racing on the back of the Haas rear wing. Is that new? I swear that never used to say that. It used to be a different sponsor. It used to just say Haas, didn't it? 2 or 3 races for the end of the season. I've not noticed it before. Maybe I just haven't followed a Haas too much. I always said Haas in red. We spoke about it in chat at the time, our first.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
I've been trying to time switching up to seconds to try and dull the wheel spin in the last few races, and I've not gotten it right at all. There, I tried it again. Just as I keep timing it just as it changes to second. I want to change to second, and then I inadvertently change to third. We've been able to lunge up the inside there, and they've gone 2 or 3 wide around turn 1 there, and we've made a few places there. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact with Pierre Gasly, but that is 9th to 7th. Ugh! Brakes, 9th to 7th at the start. Oh my god, I am a snake. Yeah, no, we're alright, we're recovered. Jeez Louise, that was crazy. It just went left, right, and I got no forward motion whatsoever. We just went sideways. I don't believe we got any damage from the contact with Pierre. No, we didn't. There was a lot of wheel spin there. My rear tyres were already at 1%. Maybe I'm starting to feel like maybe I should have put a little bit more front wing in for the wet conditions, but regardless, we've been able to make a couple of positions, and hopefully with good battery usage we'll be able to manage the gap. I'll ask about the weather.
Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Didn't ask that, I asked what the weather's doing, but fair enough, that says that it's probably going to be wet weather for a little while. Hopefully the dry weather comes before the halfway point, but I don't hold out hope. We might be lap 40 to 50 or so before we're actually switching off the intermediate tyre. Alternatively, it could be lap 20 or so. We'll wait and see. Fuck that. Red rearing big white house. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I remember. Definitely could have done with some more front wing for the wet
Use
weather.
your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Yeah, same. The AI really aren't great this year, Sokmas, are they? They've always kind of bunched up like that as well. It's just more noticeable this year because they're bunched up everywhere rather than just at big braking zones like that.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
Leclerc's first or second. Charles Leclerc had an unbelievable
You might
start.
experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
It's a Ferrari 1-2 out of nowhere. Charles qualified 6th, started 5th. I mean, I made a couple of positions at the start as well, but bloody hell, Charlie. Give us a chance to try and stay with you in the World Championship, will you? I mean, if I hadn't qualified so poorly, then I'd have been closer up there as well, wouldn't I? Sometimes, Chase, you just got to look at yourself and be like, maybe I'm the issue. Got a bit of a run on Gasly then through the chicane, but he's got better straight line speed than me. Purple sector 3. Our tyre wear was supposedly pretty good around here, although whether that is the case in the wet as well, I don't know. But nearly 20% better tyre wear according to the race strategy practice program. So that hopefully will come into effect even more so with the wet tyres, to be fair, although I am sliding a lot at the rear with just some average driving of my own, so the wet weather is probably more of a leveller than it is something that plays even more so into my hands. Gasly's losing a bit of time on those in front as well now. That top 5 is starting to get away. Really, I could just do with the dry weather, to be honest, because I'm not going to be able to do much in the wet. I'm just kind of holding station and hoping to still be within touching distance by the time the changeover comes.
Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
That was just shit. We started 9th, Sam. qualified 10th, started 9th.
Okay, Leclerc's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, clear.
Yellow flag behind, that's fine, that's not going to cause any issues. Someone's retiring, but who, I don't know. Looks like it might be, no, I've no idea actually. Maybe someone just went wide? Oh no, there is a, yeah, Zhou Guanyu's retiring. VSC, okay.
Slow down, your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast.
Did he spin?
Reduce your pace.
He's not moving, so presumably he just, his car gave up. Oh, hurry up, Jesus Christ. Speed up here, Christ, come on. Speed up, man. Oh no, the Delta just dies at the end of the straight. It's really weird. I guess we've got to make it past Zhou before the VSC will end. Safety car ending, there you go. Oh, come on, Pierre. Jeez, Louise.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC
I was
ending.
hoping to be in a
Race
position to
green.
get a bit of a jump on Pierre at the green flag, but just at the wrong part of the circuit, really. It's cost us a little bit of time to Norris in P5. Lost about an extra half a second thanks to that VSC and not quite being in the right place at the right time when it ended.
And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
I agree. Obviously not going to be going to dry tyres anytime. Oh, that'll be why then.
Up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car.
Maybe Zhou Guanyu lost some bodywork as he was retiring, or someone lost some bodywork trying to avoid Zhou Guanyu as he was retiring, and that's what caused the safety car, maybe. Who knows? Regardless, Zhou's out. We're still 7th. And just like in Japan, stuck behind Pierre Gasly. Although this time he doesn't have wing damage.
Looks like it's going to be getting much
Okay.
lighter over the next
10 to 15 minutes. There's still
There should
quite
be
a
no
lot,
break, but
quite a
don't
while though.
expect a dry track yet. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us. 5.0 seconds.
Yeah, George is currently 3rd, right behind the Ferrari. I think if we were able to get past Gasly, we could probably pull away from him. I think I'm getting a bit I think I'm getting more and more of a tyre advantage at the minute because our tyre wear is pretty decent around here.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake.
I know we need to get
Use
past.
overtake.
It's finding the opportunity to actually do so is the issue at the minute. He's slow in the braking zones, which is odd, because in the traction zones he's still pretty good. So what he's struggling to slow the car down, which is not necessarily what I would presume would be a symptom of poor tyre wear. Because it's going to be the rears that go, but his traction's still good coming out of corners. So I'm a bit perplexed at the minute as to why Pierre Gasly's struggling in certain areas. Every time I try and get a bit of a run on him somewhere, he then gets a traction zone to just burst away from me again. Do I use a bit of battery here? I'm gonna. Oh, stop. Oh, I couldn't get it stopped in time. Oh, that was an opportunity. If I could have just got the car to stop in a straight line, we might have been able to take P6 there. If we had it done, I'd have been very, very happy indeed and tried to disappear down the road to catch the McLaren, but couldn't quite get it stopped in time. Now we've got to go and catch Pierre back up again. Norris doing a Norris from 2nd to 5th. He's not great at race starts, is he?
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I think that's probably going to be our best bet of getting Gasly. He's into turn 1. It's just a case of doing it better than we did last time. We've got an advantage coming through the chicane at the end of the lap, provided I get it right. And if I've just got enough battery and fully commit the whole way down the straight, brake just slightly earlier, if I can get the car stopped and make the corner, then we will take the place. Because we could just position the car well enough so that Pierre can't get past, because it's such a tight turn 2.
Okay,
It's
mate,
just putting the
Gasly's
car in
ahead
the
of
right
you.
position.
You don't want to let this hold us up too long, so do your best to get past and get on with the
Getting
race.
everything right, which so far has not been straightforward and never is in these conditions for me as a driver. But I'll try and get things right. Max is very interested now, which is intriguing. Is Max starting to show a bit of pace in these conditions? Normally in real life he does, but he was pretty nowhere earlier, but now I'm starting to lose pace on Gasly as well. Maybe my tyres are starting to get a bit too worn, and they're starting to come back to them. I don't know. Teammate in the pits.
Okay, George is coming in for his stop.
Okay. What are they changing to? Another set of inters?
Hey, great
Wets!
stuff. You hit that target. That
They're going
sets
to
us
full
up nicely
wets.
for the rest of this race. Okay,
That's why I'm
Gasly, the
losing
car
time.
ahead. 4,
Some are making the
5
decision to
seconds.
go to full wets. Some are not making the decision to go to full wets. I don't know as they'll gain a whole pit stop, will they? I know the rain has gotten heavier, but it's going to get lighter very quickly. It's not going to be that heavy for that long. I think we can probably just hang this out and we'll be okay. We're up to 5th. I think George has made the wrong call there. Both Ferrari, Fernando Alonso and Lando Norris still out on the intermediate tyre.
That situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've
Yeah,
got
I
for now.
agree. I agree. Gasly boxed and George boxed. We've gained a couple of positions. Intriguingly, but right behind me, Max did not box as well. He stayed out too. It's a gamble either way, really. It's a gamble to go to the wets if it's going to be wet enough, long enough. And it's a gamble to stay on the inters because it might get a little bit too wet. And one of the Ferrari is in here. As is... Oh, wow.
Norris is in the pits.
Myself and Charles Leclerc are the only two to stay out here now. And I still feel kind of okay, you know.
Okay, a few drivers are fitting full wet tyres. We might need to change soon.
I don't think so, though. Because they're only going to have to change back to inters before the dry weather comes. We know that the rain is going to ease up relatively quickly after it gets heavier. I think Charles and I have made the right call here in staying out. Because we're effectively going to save 2 pit stops. They're going to box for wets, and then surely they're going to have to box again to go back to inters before they go to dries. And there's still very much a racing line here, so as long as we can keep it in the right place on the track. Charles is boxing as well. As long as we can keep it in the right place on the track, I don't think there's any need to box right now for wet tyres. I'm happy with how things are. If this racing line disappears, then perhaps we might have to consider it.
So your ERS is running a bit low.
But for the time being,
ERS mode in the MSP
I'm happy.
For more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge.
Charles has lost a couple of positions. So the wet tyre does seem to maybe be faster. But not by much. Not by enough to warrant boxing for it now, I don't think.
The rain's getting lighter
Yeah,
now, but it's going to
there
take
you go.
a while for the track to dry out.
The gap to Lewis has basically been the same. Have we just been potentially handed the chance of a race victory? Maybe. Bear with, Mercedes are ringing me about my car. 2 secs. Give me a couple of minutes. Bear with, I'm just fucking killing myself. Oh, God, honestly, like, unexpected car bills are just the fucking worst. Just like giving them the go ahead to do the work, basically. I've been so unlucky with the timing of stuff. You guys were literally like, I was live when I got the last lot of bad news about the car, wasn't I? I had the service and they were like, oh, you know, the brakes need doing. That's an extra £1,000. Oh, cool, thanks then. And then it's like, oh, an injector's blowing. An injector was blowing, so I was getting exhaust fumes into the cabin because the injector was just blowing exhaust fumes into the engine bay, which is then obviously coming into the cabin. So I was having to drive around with the climate control off. Because it's when the climate control is on that it's obviously taking air from outside through the engine bay into the car. But because they're in the fucking car, half of it's fucking labour just to get to the cunt in bits. So I was hoping for a £200 bill, and it's not. It's a £900 bill. Just as when I got my car serviced, I was hoping for a £400 bill. It wasn't. It was a £1,400 bill. So effectively, in the last 4 months, I've had to spend £2,500 on the car, which was money I could have done to go towards my tax bill. Hooray, adult life. So we now might not go on a holiday abroad later in the year. Anyway, it's only money. They do a thing where you can split the costs, so I'm just, rather than having to pay like £900 up front now, I'm splitting the cost over 6 months.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Pay £160 a month for 6 months. Fuck my life, honestly.
So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Bear with. Front passenger door is completely locked. It won't open when you change gear. The radio station changes. Sometimes you put the rear wiper on the front. Really? That sounds like the electronics are properly screwed, bro. The most frustrating thing is it would have been covered under my warranty if I'd have just taken it to the garage before getting it MOT'd. But I thought, the MOT will flag up whatever's going to be the problem with it, and then I'll just get it dealt with then. But because it failed its MOT, it then can't be done under the warranty package. It is what it is. You live and learn. Raining 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jordan. Young got hit by someone 2 days before MOT. Person took care of everything though through insurance. Then recovery would not collect it for repair. Not long enough for MOT. It's not driver. Wasn't in the car when it was hit. Yeah. It's just sometimes you just get unlucky. Yeah, the question is now, with the wets being the slightly better tyre at this stage, but the track probably going to start drying soon, is it worth, like, will they go straight from wets to dries? If it dries super quickly, then potentially. If they do box for another set of inters, do I stay on my worn set of inters? Or do I box for a fresh set of inters as well? To try and maintain the gap? Or do I hang out on my worn set of inters, hope that it dries quickly and I save another pit stop? Really awkward situation here, but we certainly haven't been hard pressed into feeling like we've made the wrong decision to not box for it for wets, because at the minute they've only gained, Lewis has only gained like 2 seconds on me in 5 or 6 laps or more. So I can't say as I'm definitely on the wrong tyre. The wet is the better tyre, but only because my inters are worn now. If I had fresh inters on, I think I'd probably still be quicker. This is given the situation, you can see visually that the rain is easing off as well. This is now our race to throw away. We might well be going for 4 wins in a row here. Depending on what pace is like in the dry. But gaps are starting to open up again behind now. Even through the course of me talking through this highlight, you can see how visually the rain has very much eased. It's almost stopped now.
It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
Oh, inters. My worn inters are definitely better than their wets right now. The gaps are opening up again. So now I'm curious to know whether they go back to another set of inters or whether they just stay on those wets until we go dry. From here, though, it's definitely still another 2-stop. A stop for dries and then another stop after that. I'll go to hards next, just in case they make it to the end, but I don't think they will. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hard medium or a medium. It might even be a medium to the end from here. Probably a hard medium, I would imagine. But gaps are opening up behind now as well. Lewis was 6.8, he's now 7.6. He's lost about a second on this last lap alone as the weather eases, and we're definitely back in intermediate weather conditions now. The rain's probably going to stop in the next 5 laps, and we may well be on dry tyres by lap 30. If we get to lap 30 before dry tyres, then it's probably hard to the end, I would imagine.
No need to worry about the tyre condition.
Everything's looking fine for now.
For now, everything's looking good.
Yeah, I think the hards is probably the right call. You just need to make the column wider, Cav. If it says hashtags, it's just because the number is bigger than the column can show. Just need to make it bigger.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
That's a purple first sector on these really worn inters. So the track is definitely coming back to us now. Even though my rears are close to 25%. The track's getting drier and drier and quicker, and the gaps behind are just getting bigger and bigger. We're in a very lucky, fortuitous and great spot right now to try and bring home a dub. Oh, you have your copy pasta for that, do you? Been trying to work out for ages why you're not getting any quicker the game. It's like a 102, 103 track depending for ages. Can't work out what you need to do to jump up. Some of it might just be setup. Some of it might just be throttle control. Some of it might be trail braking. Fastest lap of the race. It could be any number of things. Some of it could be traction related. Right,
George
highlight.
is in the pits. He's in the pits now.
George in the box. It looks like they're going to go back to inters. I presume they're going back to inters anyway. Because it's definitely not dry weather running right now. And we've got enough time in the pocket here that if they box for another set of inters and start to chunk the time away from me, then I'm going to be able to box to cover them. 10 more minutes of rain, then whack on a set of hard tyres, and Bob's your uncle. Hopefully, easy victory.
Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
Unless you want me to box for another... To be fair, this is because of the strategy we were on, not because of the conditions changing. The strategy was inters till 23-ish, and then inters again, and then inters again. It was a two-stop strategy with 3 sets of inters.
Behind, 29.4 seconds.
But I might not have to stop again here. We might. Leclerc's kept going as well. So keep an eye on the gap to Russell. That's going to decide. That's going to dictate whether we stop again or not. Gap to Russell's currently 29.5. If that just starts to tumble,
keep an eye on your distance,
then we box.
limit line as you approach,
If
sure
it's manageable, then we stay out until the rain stops and go to hard tyres. But I don't know how long it's going to be till we switch to dries.
Radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
And Lewis is much quicker. I'm going to box to... Oh, do I box to cover? I'm really not sure. Lewis is going... I don't know. At this stage, I don't know. Because there's a 26-second gap there. And if it's going to be dry in 7 laps, I'm better off staying out. If it's not going to be dry weather's dry tyre running for another... If it's not going to be dry weather running for another 12 laps, then I'm going to want to box.
George is really pushing now.
Charles is in.
Fastest lap of the race.
I'm going to stay out, I think, and hope that we can wait for the dry weather. I reckon it's going to get dry quite quick.
Rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. You're doing well. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Lewis didn't take that much time out of me that lap. 26.4 as we cross the line. Let's see what the gap is when we cross the line next time. 26.4, remember that. What settings are you after, Valkyrie? So sliders. There you go. Thank you. Lewis is like a second a lap faster. But look, the track's really drying. There's no way that it stays wet for another 20 laps or so. We're staying out.
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Yeah, I lose a lot of time under braking because I have ABS on.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
And my inters are so worn that they're probably half slick by now, which is actually going to weirdly help a little bit in these conditions. The phrase is they're slick to mediates, and the gap to Lewis is still maintaining itself. Really, they're only 3 or 4 tenths a lap faster than me at the minute.
For now. Keep taking care of them.
I'm happy. I'm really happy. We wait for the hard tyre to come out when the dry weather crossover comes, and then, as far as I can make out, we drive to an easy victory. Unless they're that much faster than me at the end of the race in the dry conditions, but they're not going to be that much faster than me, are they? I don't anticipate them being that much faster than me.
Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres.
still setting purple sector signs for Christ's sake.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for, Valkyrie. That's kind of the go-to sign. So we're not sure what's the best tyre right now. Right, not this one then. Time to change.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 25.0 seconds.
DRS enabled. That's a big sign. It's still, the rain is still falling, but DRS has been enabled. Is it? They're in. Everyone's in. Dry tyre time.
Stopping this lap.
Dry tyre time. Even though the rain is still falling, it looks like it's time for dry tyres. We'll ask about the weather one more time.
So the rain should be stopping anytime soon. So we should see a drop.
And we'll double check what those guys are changing to, and they're going to the hard tyre. So we've made the right call.
Line starting to form fairly rapidly.
It
So make
is
sure you
time
cool
to
your
switch.
tyres down the straights.
Well, dry tyres, please, even though it's still raining a little bit. Quick stop, please. Thank you. Oh, we've had a trouble trying to fit the front right tyre.
There seems to have been a bit of a problem removing the left front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, though.
That
and finish
was
the race strong.
a monstrously poor pit stop. It just wouldn't even let me go once all tyres
Okay,
were on.
George is coming in for his stop. That
I've
was our
lost
last
like
stop. No more
15
scheduled
seconds
pit
there.
stops. Let's go.
Now there's another retiree around this corner. Someone's engine's gone here as well. It's
Caution,
Alpine.
caution.
That's a Williams. Teo Pourchaire is out. There he is at the end of the thing. Oh, I can't believe that.
Green
It's
flag.
cost me a lot of time. The gap was 23-ish prior to that pit stop. It's now 17. Cost me like 6 to 7 seconds, that pit stop. Well, I think we're lap 30 to the end then. These hard tyres. Ferrari double stacked.
A few teams seem to
Charles
putting
is in
intermediates
6th
on
right
Come
now.
On, let's go and switch over if you need to.
Putting intermediates on, what are we talking about? What a silly thing to say. True, at least it isn't 5 seconds, that's fair. It felt like a lot more of a loss, you're right. I'm okay.
job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
That was the biggest corner cut of the race so far. Oh wow. 12.7 from Lando, that is quick. Danny, thank you for the 5 bits, mate. I am so far doing the winning, yes. Although it's been very, very, very lucky.
And burn off some of this energy.
Yeah, it's big change rounds in the driving staff this year. IRL. They are significantly faster than me at the minute. But I think they're fighting. If they're scrapping, then any pace advantage they have is nullified because they're losing time trying not to get overtaken by one another. We should be okay to the end from here, although there is still a very long way to go. We're only just about approaching half race distance here. We may well go top of the Drivers' Championship with this if Charles stays sick, yes.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I didn't see the new Hot Wheels collection, no. So a new F1 Hot Wheels collection, is there? Oh god, Wall of Champions. Car's not really wanting to change direction, which is okay though. Don't really know why. Hard tyres last forever here, Jesus Christ.
Okay, mate, we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go.
No, not yet. I'm not allowed yet, am I? No, links aren't allowed in chat, I'm afraid, Danny. You could send it to ads, and ads could put the link. Oh, can VIP send links, can they? Rip, Danny. That was bad. Yeah, go for it. Open Discord.
Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down.
We're on the hards till the end, Adam. On the hards till the end. Unless, like Ad says, less safety car or anything like that. We will be mediums next though if there is an extra pit stop. At this rate, they will catch me by the end, and comfortably before as well. They'll be with me by lap 60 at this rate, if not before. You're working outside today so I can listen to the stream. What is it that you do, Danny? For a vocation? Customer service advisor for your local bus company. There's an outside aspect to that. Working outside today, making sure things are running well. Danny's just sat on the corner looking at buses. Yes, the number 74. Oh, look, the X5. Yeah, I would have imagined it was mainly an office space job. But yes, that bus has 4 wheels on it. That one's fine. Technically, buses have 6. This should be fastest lap.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Charles Leclerc will take it. But at least we got it back for a moment. Charlie's been setting fastest laps left, right and centre. Yes, he hasn't taken it on this occasion. There's only 1.5 seconds or so separating Lewis Hamilton and in second and George Russell in 5th at the moment. Charles in 6th has been closing that gap the entire stint, and as they are quite close together just at the moment by about 1/10 or so, Fernando is within DRS range of Lewis. As soon as Fernando, or if Fernando loses that DRS range, then Lando might have him. Lewis has dropped off me a little bit. Did drop to about 12 something. Now we're back into the 13s. I'll tell you where he's going to be better than theirs. I'm hoping, I'm anticipating, judging by the race practice program. So as the race goes on, we should, in theory, just have more and more of a tyre advantage. Hoping that that gap will perhaps from now, minus any mistakes from yours truly, do nothing but get bigger. You had a split roll in and out of the office. At the moment, it's just in sad times. Yeah, that's such.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Just mean you're watching more stream. That's fair enough. It's always good to have you here with us, AD. It's like it's always a bit of a confidence boost for me when someone quote unquote new comes along the stream and then instantly becomes a regular. Like, you've only been following the stream since about October, haven't you, AD? I don't know how long you've been watching the YouTube content, perhaps, but certainly on stream, you're one of the newest regulars, but you are here regularly, and that always gives me a little bit of a confidence boost that the content is still good enough. I'm still doing something right to be able to attract new viewers and have them be like, you know what, Chester's live, I'm watching that. Oi, steady. Chess doesn't care for us long term as much. Started watching it all when you had your surgery. How did you, out of curiosity, how did you stumble across the content, AD? Just for future reference. Oh, that was deep. I remember watching my YouTube when I was in a Dortmund shirt taking pens with Kiz. I remember that as well. The old 5-star weak foot pen into the top corner with the worst technique you've ever seen anyone take a penalty with ever. Honestly, I enjoy playing football, but I am shit at it. I've got the most wooden technique you've ever seen in your life. 3 o'clock, Santi. 3 p.m. every weekday, RTG episodes drop. So in 25 minutes, mate, not far away. In fact, the vote video for the Journeyman went live at lunchtime. So we'll have a look. Once we finish the race, we'll have a look at the poll for that. Going through tons of FC content creators, watching 20 to 30 different ones a day in hospital. Some are okay, others not engaged or interesting. Came across it and loved the content. I appreciate it, man. I try my best to interact with people as much as I can. As another ego boost, you're the only streamer I pay, etc. And that's because you're bloody great to watch and the community is a decent place too. Loved it, love it, and will continue to. Appreciate it, Nick. Thank you, bro. It is people like yourself that keep me in a job. Hello, Evan. You come across to Twitch now as well. You put your like and vote in on the Journeyman as soon as it went live this morning because you're super cool like that. I hope you oldies that... I know we make jokes about you guys being part of the furniture, etc. I hope you know how much I appreciate those of you that have been here for donkey's years. I'm glad that you guys enjoy that. Like, we have such a great community on the, especially on the Twitch channel. Like, so many streamers have such a toxic chat, and we just don't have that. It's just 100 people enjoying themselves, having a good time. No worries, Adi. Catch you in a minute, mate. Well, GG's to the boy for winning the award.
to your teammate behind.
to be reading chat, cheers.
13.7 seconds.
That is not 13.7, that's 12.4. I swear when I last looked up we were on lap 30 something. Now we're nearly at lap 50. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find out in due course, Sadie. When Jude gets awards at school. Well, I hope Jude gets awards at school, doesn't he? Oh yeah, the co-op career modes were good fun with kids. As long as he's happy about it, it's the most important thing, isn't it? Shooting. I'll read that in a moment. There with slightly twisty section. If you click on your name in chat, Ashley, it will tell you how long you've been following for. I just so happened recently, at some point in the last couple of weeks, to have clicked on AD's name and seen it, I think when I was gifting a sub. Traction is an inverse attraction. 13th April 2020, there you go. Coming up to Ashley's 5th year anniversary. Tyre was fine. 11% on the rears. I can't remember what lap we put these on, in all honesty. But they have been absolutely fine the entire time. The gaps to those behind have come down, and they were coming down a little bit quicker, but every now and again Fernando Alonso will have a run at Lewis Hamilton, and he'll have to go a bit defensive into the chicane or at the end of a DRS section into turn 1 perhaps, and it means that I get a bit of a reprieve and the gap opens up again. They are still slowly closing in. It was 23 prior to the stops to go to the dry tyres. We then obviously had a bit of well, not even a bit, a very dodgy stop. And then the gap was 17 and a half or so. They've closed that by another 5 seconds since the stop. And if everyone was running within 2 seconds of each other, but not challenging one another for position, then I think Lewis might well actually have come close to catching me by now. But because he's got drivers behind him that he's having to look in his mirrors constantly at, I'm able to just... Where are you going, Chess? That is a corner cut. I'm able to just keep my eye on the road in front of me, not worry about anything behind, and keep pumping in lap times that are half decent. The extra tyre advantage helps. Our tyre wear is slightly better than theirs, even though their tyre wear is... Geez, I'm doing the whole not concentrating on my driving and talking too much thing. But the fact that their tyre wear is slightly worse than mine is helping. Although, that said, like I say, if they were in free air, they would be quicker than me. I'm not great at Canada, as you've quite clearly been able to see through the course of these highlights. It's not a track we have great success at previously. We've had quite a bit of misery at this circuit before, to be fair. I've been driving so poorly that the gap's come down by another second through the course of this lap. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go and concentrate on my driving again. Hope that there's no safety car between now and the end, because then my win is definitely going to be in question. But there's still, as we cross the line, 20 more laps to go. Do not rule out Lewis Hamilton and co catching me before the end. Yeah, pretty much, Charlie. I was doing a Singapore and just cutting corners off. So easily done in Canada as well. Fuel is fine. Ooh, fuel is not fine. It's coming down. I hadn't even thought about fuel. Just over 2 laps worth left. We might have to save a bit of fuel at some point. I don't really want to concentrate on that yet. Concentrate, Chaz. You're not even close to annoying everyone, ads. This stream would not run the way that it does without you. Or even close to it, in all honesty. Where did you send it, Evan? I think fuel should be okay. It's going to be close. But fuel should be okay. Phoenix has been following... Phoenix, I guess. Spelt differently. Following for almost 10 years, my guy. That's almost the entire time I've been streaming. My first stream was December 2014. So 10 years and a month ago. If you didn't brave Mixie, you're not a real OG. Wow. Mate, I could do with a fucking mixer brand deal again, I'll tell you that much. No worries, Danny.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 12.2 seconds.
Steady. I appreciate it, Evans. Very, very kind words, mate. I try. All you can do in life is but try. Yeah, I did like one Facebook stream. Whee! As a tester. And we didn't actually get any streaming Facebook content, but I did have a VOD deal with Facebook, didn't I, where I was uploading the My Player on Facebook. When did I start making content? 2011, probably. Well, content in this sort of format, 2011. As in gameplay / gameplay commentary, with an intention of actually editing and putting together content. I started just uploading stuff to YouTube in like 2009. Which feels like an awfully long time. Well, because it was an awfully long time ago now. Since Leeds. Yeah, that was FIFA 20, wasn't it? Leeds was FIFA 20. Did we hold a 15-year anniversary for you last year? No. It would have been it was a YouTube channel that wasn't even really a thing. It was basically me uploading highlights of my FM save through the in Football Manager upload to YouTube thing function. First time I started actually uploading content to YouTube was like September 2011. Was it? It might have been to be fair, it might have been 2010, and it might have been FIFA 11. To be honest, since COVID, all the years blur into one. Like, I can distinctly remember things from FIFA 16, 17, 18, 19 cycle. And then since COVID, everything just blurs into one. No events. Rare capture sessions. Just lots of in the office grinding. Afternoon, James. How are we, sir? Time is a weird soup. Yeah, and there's not even that many croutons in it. The gap now to Lewis is under 10, as we're on lap 59 of 70. And Charles Leclerc has officially caught the train behind. 6th place Charles Leclerc, now right with George Russell. I believe, as it stands, I might go top of the Drivers' Championship with this win. If I win, should I say. So, especially with the extra point for fastest lap if we're able to hold it. So hopefully, we should be doing enough here to move above Charles. I'll go from, I was on 113. He was on, oh, yellow flag in front. That's going to be a William. No, that's an Alpine retiring. No safety car, please. Do not, no. He's going into the pits. Thank God for that. I think his engine blew up and he's gone into the pits to retire. Has he got, might have a puncture perhaps, the Alpine. Let's have a look. Yeah, rear left puncture. Rear left puncture for the Alpine. That's what the yellow flag is for. His rear left tyre is deflated there. You can see it hanging off the rim a bit. Rear left puncture. So thankfully no safety car. Otherwise the win would have been definitely in question. But I'm on 113. Charles was on 127. So, oh God. For P6, Charles would get 8 points and go to 135.
11.5 seconds.
And I would get 26 for this and go to 139. So as it stands, I will be top of the championship by 6 points at the checkered flag. Charles needs to get into 4th. Charles needs to get into 4th to be drawing the championship at 139 points each, because he'd get 12 points. So if Charles can make his way to 4th, he will maintain joint top of the World Championship status. If he finishes any lower than 4th, which currently he is, then I will go top of the World Championship. Whether we can stay there or not is obviously a different matter. But there is the chance. And so far, we've really taken advantage of the chance that's been handed to us today. It's not very often you'll be able to just manage the tyres in weather conditions like that, to be able to actually stick it out, hang it out, save 2 bloody pit stops, and go from 7th to 1st by 25 seconds or whatever it was at the time. Might have even been as close as maybe 27, 28 or even 29. Every now and then the gap goes back up again and it hovers and then it comes down again. So I think they're either saving fuel or saving ERS and then utilising it, or they're battling for a bit and then not battling for a bit. We have less than 1 lap's worth of extra fuel at the minute. I'm using about 0.1 laps worth of extra fuel a lap. So at the moment, when we get to lap 70, I should have about 0.1 laps worth of extra fuel as we cross the line. I don't think I'm going to have to save any fuel, but it is going to be close and to the wire. As we say thank you to Old Viking Berserk for gifting 5 subs to the channel. Thank you, mate. Pranjaladi, welcome to the gang. Reese, welcome back to the gang. Gareth Allen, hope you are, mate. Thank you for joining us. Subbed Raul Gal and Captain Caveman. All now part of the gang. Wheeze.
Okay, mate, we're currently burning through fuel a bit quicker than we'd like, so let's try and make it last for now, please.
Right, well, the team appear to be slightly concerned about fuel. I think we're going to be okay, but it is probably going to be very close, seemingly. It's probably going to be very close. I might have to not use battery for a few laps. Might whack it in hot lap for the battery. No. I thought maybe whack it in hot lap but don't use overtake, but that's probably still going to use more fuel. We might just have to run a couple of laps with the battery in none and run slightly lower revs, or a few short shifts just to save a little bit of fuel. We lost a P4 to a P6 in Australia because of low fuel mode. I would be significantly more devastated if we were to lose a win because of low fuel mode. Mr. Musgrove? Oh, it's Friday. I was like, what are you doing out of work? You don't need to apologise, Evan. Great that you've been 6 years in remission, though. Indeed, Leone. In all caps. Fucking vroom, mate. Don't worry, we're nearly done vrooming, and we'll switch to the RTT. And now that the car's definitely going to be in the garage until tomorrow, we're probably going to have time to actually record episode 1 of season 3 today. Meaning tomorrow, if you're lucky, you might get 2 100% race distance Grand Prix. We might vroom twice tomorrow. Alternatively, the car might actually be available to be picked up tomorrow, in which case we'll vroom once and then I'll go and get the car. But that situation is currently in flux. They might have the car till Monday. Oi, steady. Here until Monday, so give me all the content. Yeah, I'm not live Sunday, I'm afraid, but we'll be live as long as we possibly can for you, Leonie. Hopefully the new antibiotic isn't having the same reaction as the last antibiotic. Yeah, we do need some saving, don't we? I think so. Thankfully, it's easily done at Canada. So a couple of big braking zones that you just ease off the throttle into. And no, Leonie's on antibiotics, not me. Thank you for the 50 bits, Ashley. Just reached the Champions League final with Middlesbrough against Bayern Munich. Season 3, nice. GG's. Right, so as we cross the line, we have 0.5 laps worth of... 0.49 laps worth of fuel remaining. And 5 laps to complete. We will take this as the judge of how much fuel we're using per lap at this stage of the race. Holy! And then, my God, it's all right, don't panic. And then we'll figure out how much fuel we're going to need to save. That was probably the biggest stop talking, keep driving moment we've had for a while. That was close! Times 2. Thankfully, we only lost about 3 seconds, not anymore, but, oh my, yeah, sorry, bye, I'm concentrating now. Bollocks to fuel, we'll save some of it, but at the minute, if I keep talking to you, I'm going to put it in a wall, and I can't really afford to do that. Definitely going to need to save fuel. But we can save quite a bit into the chicane. 4 laps.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.2 seconds.
Christ alive, that was so close to putting it in the wall then. Particularly that one then, on the previous lap. My God. Like Lando in Singapore all over again.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Stroll P2, wow. I hadn't even thought about the whole Stroll and Canada thing, no. Oh, just before the line. Just before that, I even eased off the throttle again a little bit to see if I could just eke it out to get the objective. We have indeed just started the final lap of the race. Fuel is going to be very tight, but okay. 4.7 seconds to get behind. You've seen a couple of the mishaps. Mainly, they've only really happened when I've been talking to camera. It's a difficult circuit for traction anyway. Have to save fuel into the hairpin as well here, I think. Whack it into none for the battery too. And we should be good. I hope. God, this is close. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm going to ease off. Bring it home, gents. Bring it home. It's just as well that someone mentioned fuel 20 laps ago, though. Otherwise, we wouldn't have paid any attention to that whatsoever.
On to the next one.
Lovely drive, on to the next one. 4 in a bloody row, lads. 4 in a row. That one particularly gifted to us. Very much so. I did not have the pace to win that race. It only transpired because of the wet weather and us hanging it out and everyone else going to wets and then coming back to inters. Otherwise, we might not have made the top 5, quite frankly. You saw how they were starting to eke away from us a little bit whilst we were stuck behind Pierre Gasly. It's not 3 wins in a row, actually, Naomi. It's 4 wins in a row, thank you very much. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are officially top of the World Drivers' Championship. We have a championship leader, and it's not Charles Leclerc for the first time in about 4 years in-game. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's official now. We are in a title fight. And I will take Charlie all the way to the end of Abu Dhabi if I have to. But we are going to challenge as best as we possibly can for this World Drivers title. Would be a hell of a way to end F1 24 content if we can. We've got the Spanish Grand Prix up next. Which really isn't. It's where the AI traditionally have always been very, very strong. I don't know whether to go with a harder or just a balanced tyre allocation here. I'm probably going to lean just towards the balanced and have the one set of mediums and 2 sets of one set of hards and 2 sets of mediums. But it's a track that I'm not. I mean, I say this almost every bloody video, don't I? It's a track that I'm not great at. You end up wondering, Chiz, is there a track that you are actually any good at or feel like you're any good at? Not many. China. And even then, it's only because the AI aren't as strong there, not because I'm actually that good for whatever reason. But, oof, it's fully dry other than qualifying, which is fully bloody wet. It's pouring it down Saturday afternoon, but Sunday afternoon, thankfully, dry. Look at that! P1 by 4 points from Charles Leclerc. Then it's 2 Ferrari. Then Alonso, Lando and George in P6 currently. Well then, 4 straight dubs, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Leclerc did 4 straight dubs last season. Just a couple of, basically nearly won, bloody 7 in a row, didn't he? P2 in Imola when I won. Actually, no, that was last year. Who won in... Oh, yeah, I won in Imola last year. I thought I did. And so I stopped Charles winning 7 in a row last year. We won't do that. I'm definitely not going to win in Spain. But we are in with a shout of fighting for this World Championship. And as long as we're there or thereabouts, you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to throw everything at it in our first season at Mercedes. It would be lovely to win a World Championship. I don't know as I've won a World Drivers Championship in an F1 game for a few games. We've won a couple of Constructors, but a World Drivers Championship has been a long time coming. So, fingers crossed. That's all for this one, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Canadian Grand Prix. Hopefully you'll join me for the Spanish Grand Prix. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, come and join me on stream and enjoy these live, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! How the hell do you drive with ABS off? Don't brake and turn, and don't brake too hard. Rephrase, don't brake hard and hold the brakes. It's kind of brake hard and then ease off. Right, let's save that footage. And then we can whack it in the folder for Chris. F1, S4. 8? 9? 8, I want to say. Is it 8 or 9? I don't know. Whether it's 8 or 9. Is it 8 or 9? I don't know. There's a new update of the live editor as well, apparently. Oh. Let's have a look, because I don't think I deleted stuff off the Dropbox. It's episode 8. Nice. I got it right. So let's set that to upload on the Dropbox, and then we can send that to his lordship. Very much is keeping the F1 content alive, because I haven't got the time to edit it all. I can delete all of those because I think they're all uploaded now. Imola might have gone live today, or does Imola go live tomorrow? Imola might go live. No, I think Imola Imola might have gone live last night. Imola went live last night. So we can set that to upload on the Dropbox, and then hopefully we'll have that over the next couple of days from Chris. F1, S8, sorry, S4, round 8. I could delete that now, I could delete that now. Right, let's do our immaculate footy. Actually, let me get a thumbnail first. Then we'll do the immaculate footy. Then I might go and grab a quick something to eat. And then we can switch to the RTG and start having a look through the transfer list and the free agents, etc., and planning for maybe even recording episode 1 of season 3. The latest episode of the RTG just went live, the League One season finale, over on the main YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, thank you for the 60 bits. Hagen Hackney's broken his foot just for the Champions League final. Not ideal, that. 6'9" from a youth scout who has good potential. Holy bejeebus. Yeah, literally, being on console as well. You feel faster with ABS off. I am so used to braking and turning after 25 years of playing Formula 1 games. It's just a habit I can't get out of. Have they, Davidenko? I haven't looked yet. We'll have a look live together in a moment. Didn't see his hype, noticed he was giant on the squad page. He's a big boy. With all the assists off, yeah. Was a bit framey. I was going to say we'll get a screenshot with in the dry rather than in the murky conditions in the wet, but when it was dry, we were just on our own the whole time. Cheeky Wall of Champions shot might not be bad. But it's with an alpha, not an alpha, I was going to say Alpha Tauri, with a V-carb. So many leaves. Apparently are glued to the racetrack because they don't move when cars drive past. Went straight from lap 10 to lap 66. sure. Oh, that's what happened. I did wonder how that happened. You see, I dipped a wheel on the grass on the outside, and then ended up just going ooh wee. Ding 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 ding. That's not how you take that corner, cheese. But it worked for me. It nearly cost me the race, but it worked for me. Do-do-loo, close. Do-do-loo. Right. Someone who's played for Inter and Nice. Oh. Nice and MLS are going to throw this. Well, that's just messy, isn't it? 100%? Only 25% of people went for PSG and MLS. Wow. Zero. Griru, apparently. If it's zero, 8%. Arsenal and African. I'm trying to go for random people now. Alex Song. Oh, Alexander Song. 7% for Alex Song. Africans for PSG. Let's just go Hakimi. 29%. Oh, that's annoying. I thought that might have been slightly lower than that. Arsenal and Inter. Ooh. Enric Mkhitaryan. 31%. Bollocks. That's quite high. PSG and Inter. I bet Beckham would have been good for PSG and MLS as well, actually. PSG and Inter. Zlatan. 31%. Nice is going to throw me, man. Wasn't Osimhen at Nice? I know it was Lille. I'm glad I checked that. I'm trying not to look at chat. I do this off my own back, but I'm going to struggle. Did Depay pay for Inter? Fuck! Now's when Memphis Depay didn't play for fucking Nice, did he? He didn't pay for either of them. Well then, Ches, you fucking mongoloid. I checked the first one. I didn't check the next one. Nice and Inter Schneider. Wesley Schneider. Oh, ooh. I missed the J. Balotelli's a great show, actually. Guessant. Evan Guessant. Average score of 6. There's only 3 options for Nice and Inter. Balotelli, Dalbert Enrique, and Wesley Sneijder. 9 for Arsenal and Inter. Oh, Ramsey. Oh, Nice. Sorry, Arsenal and Nice. Arsenal and Nice isn't a thing though, right? Arsenal and Nice shouldn't have been... Yeah, that's weird. Most popular, Balotelli. We got most popular. I'm glad we went with... I'm surprised Beckham got more than Messi, to be honest. Thierry Henry for Arsenal and MLS. Thomas Partey, Arsenal and Africa. Mkhitaryan is who we went for there, isn't it? %1 for Evan Gesson, though. Great shout. We were going to do something else. What was it? It wasn't anything, was it? It was just load the fucking RTG. Kami, thank you for the follow, mate. I might go offline just for a couple of minutes to... Actually, no, there's no point because we're not... It's not leaving the... Oh, hang on. It's not this... Well, it depends. If we do end up recording, then I'll want to make sure that it's in the game. I'll go offline for a couple of minutes, go and grab some food, and then we'll come back online with the RTG, just to split the VODs for the YouTube channel as well, if you don't mind. So go and grab yourself a drink and a snack. Or I'll do the poll as well, or the prediction even. Go and grab yourself a drink and a snack, and join me back here in 5 to 10 minutes time for some realistic road to glory, mate. BRB.